Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into paying a monthly subscription for your Mac and Windows software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount on all the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon, so be sure to text us "Need Software" to 323-405-1341. That's 323-405-1341. We aim to please, so expect 24/7 technical support, the latest premium software, instant software links delivered to your email, and PayPal buyer's protection guarantee.
If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can go to cash.me/Yanadameen. We thank you in advance. You can also do the super chat, although YouTube does get a cut of the super chat, but you know, it is what it is. Channels like ours, you know, we're not corporately funded and all of that. We say a lot of things that some people might not agree with, and therefore you know, we need the people to support.
And that's exactly why we can't get canceled.
Right. So yes, to donate to the show, make sure you go to www.cash.me/$Yanadameen. Oh, and here's Waleed Haji. Thank you, Waleed. Lord Jamar, what you think of Bruno Mars? Unless something happened with Bruno Mars that I don't know about. Why don't you look that up, sir? I think Bruno Mars is super talented. I think he's super smart for finding his niche, you know, his musical niche, where he's making old school music new again. He's making old R&B sound new again. Yeah. And he's just doing a style of music that a lot of people aren't doing. So he's created his own lane for himself, you know. I think he's fucking dope, you know. But I'd like to know, was there anything else behind that question? Here's another one. Hang on a second. Danny said, Jamar, what you think about the Uvalde police waiting outside the school for nearly an hour while kids were being killed? We're going to get into all of that. We're definitely going to get into this whole school shooting thing. I didn't happen to know that tidbit of information, but now that you bring it up, what do I think about them waiting outside for an hour? I mean, I'm sure they'll have their reasons. You know, we had to make sure everybody was safe and had to keep our officers safe as well. We just couldn't send people in there and da 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 da. I don't know. You know, everything is not everything is not like a movie, or is it like a movie? I don't know.
Does life imitate art, or does art imitate life?
Or is certain things, oh man, it's so deep. All right, listen,
unpack it.
Well, let's since he started us there, why don't you give us the summary, Artie Stacks?
Yes, sir. So, mass shooting in
Hang on, the OG Steve, real quick. The OG Steve said, "What's good, Lord J? Salute the platform from Allerton Avenue to BX. That's what's up. Peace to my Allerton Avenue family. Ken J, maintain. Fucking Coach Nim was good. All right.
Salute.
Thank you, bro. All right, go ahead. So what happened?
Mass shooting in how do you pronounce Uvalde? How do you pronounce this? Uvalde.
I'm not even sure. Uvalde, yeah.
It's a small town in Texas.
Okay.
So there was a mass shooting at Robb Elementary School, which led to 19 students plus 2 teachers dead. It was an 18-year-old suspect that went to a high school. He was a dropout, not too far from that elementary school. Before running into the school and doing the shooting, he shot his own grandmother in the face before heading into the elementary school and murdering 21 people.
Now, apparently he tweeted about all this, right? He went on Twitter or something and said, I'm going to shoot my grandma and I'm going to shoot up a school. Yeah, apparently he did that. And they're acting like, see, this is what's so weird, right? They act like if somebody posts some shit like that, like automatically, what, Twitter or something is supposed to see it, or like, they're trying to set up some sort of algorithms or something that's gonna like monitor speech. This is also a way to monitor speech. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, Twitter should have been able to know. You know what I mean? So now if you say anything crazy, like motherfuckers getting beef all day on Twitter and talk about killing each other, but they don't necessarily mean they're gonna kill each other.
Right.
Or they say, I'm gonna punch you in the face or some shit like that. But it might be just some Twitter talk. You understand?
Right.
Now people might, you know,
and
if this kind of hysteria, you know, over what's said and all of that keeps going in a certain direction, you best believe people's gonna get arrested, prosecuted, and convicted just for saying certain things that might seem violent. And, you know, we have to do this just in case, you know, the next shooter is out there announcing, you know.
And also, apparently, he said, wait until tomorrow.
Oh, right. And what did that mean? What, he was going to do this one day and then tomorrow he was going to really let him have it? Like, did you think there was going to be a tomorrow? Now, first of all, hang on. Because I'd like to just see who we're dealing with real quick. So let's take a look at this guy who did the shooting. Ah, here he is. Woke liberal policies, no accountability for crimes, too worried about offend his pronouns. Ultra MAGA Killabilly. This is the shooter. Those of us in jeans and boots, I guess, is a white dude, and John Deere ball caps are the problem. Yeah. So the shooter was actually, you know, a cross-dressing, you know, he liked to dress up as a girl. He obviously had things going on in his head. You know, I find it interesting because Candace Owens, who a lot of people, you know, seem to have a problem with, I mean, basically just because I guess she supported Trump. And, you know, I mean, listen, she does have a lot of things about her that, you know, we could look at her and be like, oh, I don't fuck with her because of that. You know, she got a white husband. Yeah, that's some bullshit. She has been known to say things, you know, about black people that have been, you know, make you be like, what the fuck is she talking about? Is she black? But at the same time, I've heard her say a lot of things that are spot on. Okay. So you got people that are right sometimes and wrong sometimes. We're, you know, none of us are perfect. But as this goes, she actually said, Candace Owens, on the 18-year-old Texas school shooter, she says an adult man, and believe an 18-year-old is an adult man that wants to dress up like a female is a glaring symbol of mental disease. Let's put it out there. Let's just fucking say what a lot of people don't want to say. She said an adult man that wants to dress up like a female is a glaring symbol of mental disease. A society driven by cowardice prevents this topic from being discussed honestly and openly. All of our children are at risk because we refuse to acknowledge and instead encourage mental illness. Ooh, Candace. She goes on to say, I am a mother. If you think that calling me transphobic is going to prevent me from protecting my children from harmful societal lies and the predators that perpetrate them, then you must have no idea what a mother is capable of. She also says, what drives an 18-year-old to murder innocent children? I don't know. But judging by the photos of him cross-dressing, we can assume there were plenty of signs that he was mentally disturbed and is abused by adults in his life. Societal cowardice ignored those plenty of signs. I 100% agree with everything she just said. What the problem is. What the problem is, because we're going to have to, I've been saying this for the longest. Like, you can believe you whatever you want to be. You can believe you're that. But I don't have to go along with the shit. It's mentally ill if I go along with it as well.
Right.
Because whether you believe you're a woman, a dog, a dolphin, it doesn't matter. Mental illness is mental illness. Hang on. The OG Steve said these other states and suburban areas need the same stuff that do with inner city schools, metal detectors, security schools, safety teams, etc. I guess. I mean, they do that shit to us in our schools, though, to make us feel like criminals, to make us feel like, yo, we on some hardcore shit. Like I remember when they started putting metal detectors in the schools back in the day, and it was all these schools in the city, and we up in Westchester, we kind of looked at that like, damn, them schools is hardcore. Like, yo, they got metal detectors, like we ain't had no shit like that.
What do you think a solution would be? Shouldn't they have at least maybe one or two armed, police officers instead of them rolling around eating donuts?
Well, here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. This is also what I wanted to address as well. Like they're using all these shootings to act like we should take guns away from people, as if we should use these incidents to take guns out of people's hands. No, it is the exact opposite. If we, as the people, the average common person, more people were able to carry firearms, the threat would be much lower of people committing offenses with firearms, especially robberies and shit like that. You're not going to walk into the bank with the gun if you don't know how many people in there might pull out a fucking gun on you. If you know it's only the security guard, I'm gonna go in there, shoot the security guard. Now I'm good. Because I know nobody else has a firearm. And the only people now I got to worry about is when the police get here. On the convex, if I'm in an open carry state or a state where you can conceal carry and I walk in the bank, the security guard got his joint, but then so does Mrs. Jones. You know what I mean? So does Mr. Williams and all these other people on the line that are just banking, as well as people that might be working there. That's going to make me as a criminal think twice. That's also going to make me think twice when I'm out on the street, we getting in beefs. if you get in the beef, it might not escalate as high. See, people think it's gonna be the wild, wild west. Well, if everybody's gonna have a gun, if everybody has a gun, there's gonna be mad shootouts. No, that's not true. And the numbers don't show that.
Mm-hmm.
And Digger could talk about, oh, you wanted to talk about, yes, we're talking about numbers. Talk about numbers. Not all numbers are lies. Like, stop it.
There's carry and conceal here in St. Louis.
Right.
Everybody packing, everybody.
Right. But you have just as high crime, if not higher, in states where there is no concealed carry, where the gun laws are so strict and tough, yet you have worse crime in these places. What's up with that?
Mm-hmm.
And again, they have concealed carry. I mean, is it shootouts in the street like that amongst regular citizens? The killings that go on in St. Louis is some hood shit that happens in all hoods because there's a poison in the mentality of the hood. It's not the fact that people have guns.
Right.
The law-abiding citizens that have guns are not shooting each other.
Right.
The people or the people that don't feel a certain struggle and they're not. Yeah, they're not. They're not feeling that day to day. You know, they're not living that street life. People like that ain't getting in the shootouts just because they carry concealed weapons.
Right, right.
So if more law-abiding citizens, I'm not talking about, you know, and some of us are forced to go against the law. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. You're
I'm
speaking
just
of
saying,
the average, like the average Joe Blow.
The average Joe Blow.
Yeah.
If they were able to carry, trust me, it would bring down crime. So what do y'all think in the comments?
Also, so what about in the schools? Remember Sandy Hook and now this? What would be you think, Lord Jamar, your recommendation for the schools? Elementary kids, man. Should the teachers be packing?
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know if you know that should be a prerequisite to be a teacher. Somebody said private school don't have shootings. Why do you think that is, LJ? Good question, Leah Sawyer. Good question. It does seem like all of these schools are always public schools, right?
Right.
Someone even stated, who said that? I think it was Colin Noir. He might have said if Biden's children, if Biden had school-age children, hey, Miss Ravioli, I see you. If Biden had school-age children, there's no way that his children's school would be attacked because it would be protected by people with guns. Right? Think about it. If the
Secret Service, maybe Secret Service. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. And it would just probably be.
They would probably be homeschooled.
Even if there wasn't schools, nah. I mean, they probably would go to some fancy private school. Where did the whatchamacallit's children go? The Obama's children go to school. You know what I mean?
Right.
What kind of protection do you think they had? Wasn't no school shooters up in their school.
Right.
They didn't have to go through no trauma like that. Why? But I'm telling you, all of this, you know, and first of all, again, my condolences to everyone that lost their lives, to the families and friends of the deceased. I hate when we have to get straight into the political ramifications of these things. You don't even have time to mourn these people. You understand? Because they go straight in on, You know, the other side goes straight on, yo, let's take the guns away from the people. Like, please understand, just like the bang bang boogie was not to protect you, nor is taking guns out of people's hands. That's not to protect you. They don't want to do it for your safety. They want to do it to disarm you. They want to do it to disarm you and make you defenseless. To who? Them.
This is a very good segue, Lord Jamar, because now President Biden is using this mass shooting to take aim at the Second Amendment.
Of course he is.
Since the suspect of the mass shooting passed his background check.
Hang on a second.
Getting spooky out here, y'all. Yanadameeners, let me know, what do you think would be the solution for schools, man? Put it in the comments.
I mean, it's not just school. School is a microcosm.
Right.
I mean,
so real quick, he passed his background check.
Well, Candace says, how was the suspect able to walk right in the school? And why was the school doors not locked? What up, God level? I see you.
I know the answer to that. I don't think any school or business can be locked during hours of operation because it's a fire. You know what I'm saying? Like a fire.
Well, no, maybe not locked from the inside. As long as the people could get out, you can't have the doors chained. But I surely can have the doors locked where people can't come from the outside in. You just can't have it to where the people inside can't get out. That's different. So that's why you have those push doors at schools, so that you can get out when you push those bars, but from the outside you can't get in. So yeah.
Now I also
doors being locked in school is actually a normal thing.
Okay, now I also see.
And I was coming up anyway.
Like, look this up. Make sure you look this up. Something about he was in a car crash, in a high-speed chase from the police, and then he ran up in the school, and a police officer actually got shot.
So yeah, because he killed his grandma before this, right?
Right. Shot her in the face.
Shot grandma in the face. Damn,
I'm not saying she's dead. I'm just saying, look it up. It was a car crash. He crashed the car. The school happened to be right there, and he ran into the school. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the grandma's dead, but yeah, he shot her in the face. And the school happened to be there. So it sounded like, because the school happened to be there when he crashed his car, he was like, oh, let me run up in here.
Right. But and so now Candace is saying, if the doors were locked, he wouldn't have been able to run up in there like that.
Right.
Why are the doors just unlocked like that? How is he so able to get in there like that? And was it just a coincidence? You see what I'm saying? Did he just happen to stop there? And I'm at a school. You know what? Let me just start shooting people in here. Like, what's that all? He said what he was going to do. He said what he was going to do.
Right.
He said, I'm going to shoot my grandmother, and then I'm going to shoot people at school. And yes, the grandmother lived. Now, did he get killed?
Yes.
He's dead? Are we sure about that?
For once, the shooter got killed, and it happened to be a minority because he looks Mexican.
Because he do look Mexican, right?
If he was a white boy, he would have walked away unscathed. But for once, the shooter got killed, and he looks Mexican. Go figure.
Mexican. He does look kind of Spanish. He don't look regular white. Yeah. Interesting. Do we know when did he get killed at the school? When did he get killed?
He got killed at the school.
Okay. Well,
When does that ever happen in any other scenario?
Now, are they gonna?
Okay,
is
yeah.
anybody gonna?
So guess he got. Okay, so suspect was killed on the scene by U.S. Border Patrol Police. Okay,
Isn't
U.S.
that
Border
kind of
Patrol.
crazy too, right?
Yeah.
Because they're used to killing Mexicans, huh? So they knew what to do. Let's let's get the border patrol in on this Mexican. They don't know how to kill him. So now the trans community, are they claiming this nigga? Are they claiming him? Like, yeah, that's one of ours. We admit one of ours bugged out. You know what I mean? Are they? You know what I mean? Are they admitting that one of theirs bugged out?
I'm hearing crickets. Too bad we don't have.
Or
Do you
they're
have
not
the
trying to
effect?
claim him? Because now that I heard there's also some false pictures. They're trying to put like false pictures out there. It's like some Photoshop shit to like confuse the issue. But the picture I showed you is dude. That is him. But there's other ones with like some gay flag. Those are supposed to be some Photoshop shit.
So also apparently the husband of one of the slain teachers, he died today of a heart attack.
Whoa.
Maybe / broken heart. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's understandable, bro.
Right.
That's a lot to bear. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Again, my heart goes out to anybody that has to go through some shit like this, man. Like, because they really taking lives in order to prove a point or to try to get certain laws passed. They will really kill people for this shit.
19 little kids, man.
And then you got people thinking, oh, it's just, it's just this generation is crazy. No, it's not just that.
This almost sounds
generation is crazy, but they ain't no crazier.
What's today's date? Today's what?
25th.
What's today's date?
No, 26. 26.
I'm wondering if this is some kind of sacrifice ritual, man. Little kids, man. 19 little kids. It's just weird.
C. Marsh says, thank you, C. Marsh. He said one of the reasons the Buffalo shooter targeted that black neighborhood is because they got strict gun laws. Therefore, a few people could challenge him. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you best believe people do shit where they try to take the path of least resistance. So that's why they say, why do you do crime in your own neighborhood? Because it's easier to do crime in your own neighborhood. That's where you know. It's harder to go in somebody else's neighborhood and do crime. You don't know the lay of the land. It's just harder. People want to do the easier thing. So they'll do what's right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like.
But this Buffalo shooter, he didn't go to where the gangsters was at.
He went to where it's easier for him.
He went in a grocery store.
He went to a grocery store where he knew if he went to the gangsters, where the gangsters was at, there's a much higher probability that if he did that bullshit, he would have got shot back at. So he didn't go there. And somebody's saying, well, the security guard got killed. Yeah, because it was one guy with a gun. Well, he had a gun and he still got killed. Yeah, one guy.
Right.
And he knew that.
Right. Come in the neighborhoods. There's going to be more than one guy.
And apparently, homeboy had on body armor, and I don't think the security guard did. So that's another advantage that he had over dude. You know what I mean? It's all about having advantages over. So now think about the advantage that the government would have over a defenseless citizenry. Imagine the people had nothing to defend themselves from the government, yet the government has machine guns and bazookas and, bulletproof vests and helmets, and they got all that shit.
Landmines.
You think they won't use it against you? That's where you fucking got it wrong. Maestro Fresh West, what's up, my brother? Thank you, my brother, as always. We appreciate you, King. So when I talk about the path of least resistance, this is also why the powers that be want to attack the Second Amendment, why they want to take people's guns away, so that they will have the path of least resistance. So that when it's time to implement this new world order, and when it's time to say, all right, you're going to have a social credit system, and they trying to force everybody to take vaccines and all, when all of that comes, and if people try to revolt that, it won't be in their book. They're hoping that it won't be with guns.
Run up in your spot. Run up in your spot. What you gonna do? Yeah. Run up in your spot. What you gonna do now?
And they got manly men in the military. And we breeding these pansy ass men out here. So now you got strong diesel men with weapons coming up in there to fight against, niggas that scream like the Wayans brothers in the movies. Like, you know what I mean? You know, when them niggas get up and them niggas be screaming like and that's like the response that they want a lot of black men to have, is that scary, like, yeah, I'll act tough, but really I'm scared deep down inside. Icy Sarah said, peace. Thank you once again for your donation. He said, Lord, can you make a comparison between the New York subway shooter and the Buffalo shooter? I don't see a lot of comparisons. The New York subway shooting actually looked fake, and the Buffalo shooting looked real. Yeah, one looked like a mentally ill. I mean, I guess they're both mentally ill to be able to do it, but the New York subway shooter just seemed like a mentally ill dude they got out of like a shelter and said, come here, we need you to do some shit today. Like, you know what I mean?
Here's $20.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of comparisons other than they both happen in New York. And like I said previously, there is a ruling in front of the Supreme Court right now that may overturn the concealed carry laws in New York State. And if that's the case, they're trying to get people in New York to have a bad feeling about guns and the bad feeling, about being able to conceal carry. So I'm saying, don't let these things influence you to say, oh, nobody should have guns. No, just the opposite. Just the opposite. Responsible people should have them so we can protect ourselves. Because make no mistake about it, also, black people, we're the only ones that's going to be able to protect ourselves. These police are not here to serve and protect you. That's not for you. That's for businesses and shit like that. And for white people, that's not for you. You got to protect yourself. Have you seen the videos of the WEF meeting? That's the World Economic Forum meeting. No, I have not seen the videos, Nasara Jasara. Thank you for your donation. But I know there is some meetings going on right now with the World Economic Forum, and they're trying to actually pass laws that would take away the sovereignty of a lot of people around the world and enable these people to force a lot of things on you right? What we're talking about now. And a lot of countries would not be able to defend themselves because they don't have things like the Second Amendment. So yeah.
Yeah, we got some real ones repping the culture that's there right now, talking about NFTs and music.
Candace M, thank you again. Candace says, it seems like the government had this massacre pre-planned to push gun control. That school back door was unlocked. Nobody buzzed this guy in. Thank you, Candace. Yes, these things do be pre-planned. Now, they do have real results. Just because something is pre-planned and all of that doesn't mean that people are not really getting killed. Let's put that out there. But absolutely, gun control is the order of the day right now. So we're going to see a lot of this right now because they're really trying to push for, they want the people to be the ones saying this. And then you got fools that think they're super woke that fall right into the hands of, what do you need a gun for? You know what I mean? What do we even need assault rifles for?
Please.
Like
take them.
That's not a hunting thing. You can't hunt with, like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Y'all don't even know what the fuck you're saying. What road you're traveling down with that type of language. Stop it. I'm not saying we need to be out here as warriors and shit, but we do need to have the means to be able to defend ourselves from a tyrannical government should we ever, should the opportunity ever, make itself available. And we can see as the days go by that the chances of that are very real. And so, of course, the closer we get to tyranny, the more they're going to be like, yo, I don't need no guns. Like, guns are, please, what do y'all need guns for? Guns are horrible.
Please take them. We don't.
And y'all are like, yeah, take them, please.
We don't want them. Please take them. We don't want our babies. Our babies.
Enough. You guys are the only ones that should have them. If you're not in the law enforcement or the military, then you should be the only ones, and nobody else should have them.
Do it for the babies.
That's what they want people to say out their own mouths. And they're like, oh, word? Cool. Are you ready to vote on that? Would you like to vote on that?
Want to make it official?
And then your mother, yeah, let's vote on it. Let's vote on it. Because I'm sick and tired of, we've got to do something to make things safer. All this gun violence. Shut the fuck up. They said Australia banned guns and they're doing just fine. No, they're not doing just fine. You know what kind of fucking shit they was going through during the lockdowns and shit like that? The way they was able to control those motherfuckers in Australia, they are not just fine. And if they decide to even go even further with the encroaching on people's rights, you'll see who's just fine out here.
Yeah. They didn't have any weapons. I seen them
beat the military with the little guns. Yeah, tell that to the Viet Cong, motherfucker. Tell that to the Viet Cong. Shut the fuck up.
Tell that to the Afghanis.
It's about not rolling over on your back. So you think giving up your guns and not having any kind of resistance is better? You think having little guns against big guns is better than just having rocks and slingshots? Is that what you think? Thank you, Shabaram. I appreciate you. But stop with the negative talk. We can do whatever we put our mind to. Okay? So I don't even want to hear that type of shit. Love you though, brother.
He said with your little guns.
Yeah, it's not about the size of your fucking guns. If you ain't got no guns, you fucked.